Hello students, we are going to continue with our fifth chapter, right? In your first terminal examination, we are going to include this fifth chapter. Okay, almost we have done, that chapter 1 to 4, that chapter wise test that has been done. That month of August, that we have taken a test in the month of August. September we have taken chapter 3 and 4 again. So only you need to revise chapter 5. Okay, by tomorrow this chapter is going to be end, and we are going to include the syllabus up to the 30th September. Okay, right? So now here I have included advantages and limitations. That what are the advantages of partnership? First, easy and less expensive process of establishment. It can be done with the simple agreement, whether it is oral or written, right? And as we have seen in the concept that registration of a partnership firm or a partnership, it is not compulsory, it is advisable to take the help of a law. Okay, reason is what, like suppose any kind of disputes or any kind of a grievance that is going to arise into the future period of time, then they can take the help of law. Okay, so it's a simple process. Once you have done the agreement, you can start your partnership. Second, efficient management. When you know that more than 2 persons are involved, right, they are going to what, they are going to take all the decisions. They are going to get that particular skilled or specialized knowledge people. Like suppose I am the one who is having a knowledge of production, my other partner is having a knowledge of sales, and my other partner is having a knowledge of third partner, that is he is having knowledge of particular marketing. Then accordingly the task will be allotted, right? And employees and partners, these two are what, they are in a direct relation, right? So ultimately the decisions that will be taken for the betterment of the employee. So the efficient management, right, or the benefit of efficient management that can be obtained by the partnership firm when we compare to the HUF and the sole proprietorship. Okay. Third, increase in goodwill or credit worthiness, right? See, all the partners, they have what, they have that unlimited liability. So the people, the third party, those who are giving away as a loan, or those who are, that giving the goods on a credit basis, right? They are going to put more trust on them. Okay, so that credit worthiness, it is going to increase, right? Because they know, okay, like, after selling the personal property also or a personal assets also, all the partners or whether one single partner is going to repay all the debt, all the liability, right? So they are going to what, the creditors, they are going to put more trust on them. They are going to give the credit. They are going to give the, that loan in the form of a loan or particular money to the partners or partnership firm easily, right? Fourth, more capital. We have seen in the definition that maximum 50 members that can be added. Like suppose we are starting with the 4. In future period of time, we need more capital, then we can add more partner up to what? Up to the limitation of 50% or 50 members, right? So here the problem of capital, that is going to be what? That is going to be resolved, right? Then advantages of division of labor. Division of labor, what do you mean by division of labor? As that I have given you the example of inefficient management, right? Like I'm having a experience of production, my second partner, that is partner B, he is having an experience of sales, and partner C, he is having experience of marketing or advertisement or accounting, whatever thing will be there, right? Work will be allocated and work will be divided as per their ability, as per their experience, skill and knowledge. Right. So ultimately what areas specialization that can be achieved, I will be focusing on those things only, right? In sole proprietor, we have seen that one single person who is going to manage and control all the activities, that is going to be what, that is going to be that resulted into what, that resulted into the wrong decisions that can be taken, or the limitation that will be there, right? Then proper decisions. See, all the decisions, right, that will be what, that will be taken by the consent of all partners. Like we have 4 partners are there, then whatever the decisions regarding the partnership firm that we want to take, we need to get consent of all the 4 partners, right? So proper discussion, it will be there, proper evaluation, it will be there. And if a single partner is also saying no, okay, no, I don't want to implement this decision, then that decision will be dropped, right? So a proper decision that can be take place, right, with the help of a proper discussion. Okay, then flexibility. What is flexibility? There is a scope for a change. That is called as what? That is called as the flexibility. Right. See, it is a voluntary agreement. So it can be what, that, as per the changing environment, as per the changing that maximum, that see, any partnership firm or a business firm, right? They are going to be what, they are going to be affected by the external factors like change in technology, change in that customer's taste and preferences, or whatever the things will be there, right? As per the demand, as per the demand of the situation or a current period. Changes it can be done. Changes it can be done into the management. Changes it can be done into the structure of the firm or a structure of the particular that business partnership firm. That can be done, right? Then protection of the interest of the minority, right? Like a single person is saying no, like I said, na, if 4 partners are, then I'm saying no, okay, no, I don't want to change this decision, I don't want to implement this decision, right? Then my other 3 partners need to take this thing into consideration, right? So the interest of minority, that a single person who is saying no, that thing also be what? That thing also be considered. Right? No work will be begin, or no work will be, that implemented, or no decision will be implemented unless and until all the partners are going to be agreed upon the same decision. Okay, right? So protection of the interest of the minority, that can be there. Okay, then direct relation with the customer, like sole proprietorship, right? Each and every partner, like I'm having a personal contact with the customer, so I will be getting into touch with them. Other partners, they are in a contact with the customer, so they can also get that particular thing. Right? Decentralization of economic power. Now, what is decentralization? Decentralization, that means distribution of power. Like among which 4 partners are there, so we are going to what? We are going to decentralize. Right? I'm going to handle production, other person is going to handle marketing, other person is going to sales. So respective department, respective decisions that will be given, that respective authority that will be given, and respective responsibility that will be divided amongst all the partners. Okay? And last, that is less burden of income. Okay, see, as per partnership deed, as per the partnership agreement, all the partners, they have been divided, like my 20%, my other partner is at 20%, other person is 20%, right? So there will be less burden of income tax. Okay, right? So these are the advantages. Then what are the limitations? First, limited capital. Now, when we compare with the sole proprietor and HUF, yeah, there is a scope for the more capital, but as per the requirement of the modern era, as per the modern time, the capital, that is limited. Because see, it is not compulsory for all the partners to bring the capital, right? But still, the partners, they are going to bring the capital, they are also in a less amount, right? So they cannot go into they cannot go into the large scale business, or they cannot go up to the large scale activity that are going to be happen, or that are going to be occur. Okay, right? Second, that is unlimited liability. In a partnership firm, all the partners have unlimited liability, or any one single partner, like me, like suppose I am the one, right, who is becoming insolvent, then whatever the debt, whatever the liability that is in the name of mine, right, or on the shoulders of mine, other partners need to bear all these things by selling their personal property also, right? Like if the assets of the firm or assets of the partnership firm, they are insufficient, right, they are not capable to meet up the repayment of the liability, right, then all the partners, they need to sell their personal property also. So here liability, that stands unlimited. Okay, then third, possibility of disagreement, like all the partners, right, they are not going to agree upon the one single decisions, right? There will be discussion will be there will be difference of opinion, it will be there, right? And when difference of opinion will be there, that other partners need to convince the single partner, right, who is saying no. But if he is not, then there is a possibility of disagreement, right? Or like that sometimes, like if I'm representing the decision, okay, other partners, they are saying no, so I will keep that thing in mind. Okay, yeah, whatever the decision that I want to take, I want to implement, these persons, they are not allowing me to do that thing, so I will be saying no next time. Okay, right? So this is the thing, that possibility of disagreement, it will be there. Then fourth, difficulty in maintaining secrets. This is important, right? See, as we have seen, all the decisions, they are being taken with the proper discussion that are being done amongst the partners, right? So all the partners need to be informed, okay, yes, these are the things that we are going to implement, this is the business secrets. Now, the more number of people, they are going to know the secrets, so it is possibility of that strategy of the business that is going to be leak out, right? It will be that, like suppose I am the one who is that know the business secret, and I am telling my friends, my relatives, and that is going to impact the business, right? So whatever the discussion among the partners, that will be there, or it will be taken, or it will be done in the decision making process, right? Here it is difficult to maintain the secrets. Okay, then difficulty in share transfer. What is share transfer? That is like suppose I want to give away my shares to the other person or other partner, right? But if my other partner, those who are involved, like person B and person C, or partner A, partner B, partner C are there, right? Partner A wants to transfer the shares to partner D, but B and C, they are saying no, you cannot transfer the share. Then that person, that partner A, he is not going to share the transfer. He is not going to do the that share transfer to the particular other person, that is partner D. Right? So it is difficult. All the partners must give their consent They're saying yes, yeah, you can do this thing, then and then only the decision that will be implemented, otherwise no, right? Then delay in decision making. It can be done, right? It can be delayed. Like suppose together all the partners, like 4 partners are there, though it is not necessary that they are going to get together on a single day, on a single date or that particular point of time. It is not necessary, right? As a result, what is going to happen? Yes, that management that is going to become weak. There will be delay in a decision making, right? First we need to what? We need to call up all of them for the meeting. Then we need to convince them, discussion it will be there, and sometimes the disputes that I have given you the example. Like suppose I am particularly keeping the things in mind, like whatever the decision I wanted to implement, these 2 persons they have not allowed me to do this thing, then I will be saying no to their decision, to their suggestions. Okay, then short lifespan. What is short lifespan? That I have given you the example. Same, like I'm retiring from the company, I'm declaring insolvent, that a partnership that is going to be, or that is going to be come to an end. Other partners, they want, if they want to continue the partnership firm, then they need to do the new agreement of partnership, right? So here what we can say that yes, there is a short lifespan of whom? Of the particular partnership firm. Okay, right? Thank you. Just go for it. If you have any doubt, do let me know, right? Next lecture I'm uploading within the next few hours, right? And if you have any doubt, just click the photo and any point, right? And just send me a message. Okay, right? Thank you.